A group of toxic Los Angeles celebrity moms exposed by High School Musical star Ashley Tisdale? Are Mandy Moore and Hilary Duff drama llamas? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm back with It's Kim. Happy 2026. We've been having fun this live stream, and today's topic was something I didn't expect to start the year with on our live, Kim. But Ashley Tisdale's putting the internet up in a tizzy over an article she wrote for The Cut. Breaking up with my toxic mom group, I thought I found my village. Instead, I was back in high school. Based on another article she wrote in her own personal blog, You're Allowed to Leave Your Mom Group, she decided to write about the fact that she was in a Hollywood mom group that she tried to use as a new mom, and all it did was cause drama. She was looking for connection with the mothers to talk about diaper bags and what products to use and what all this yada yada yada. She found this group that she was really into. It was a friend's friend, the same situation. We'd been pregnant through the pandemic and missed out on activities. These early days was how impressed I was by these women being able to do all this amazing stuff, like building brands, running their own companies, all while being mothers of young kids. She thought she had found her village, but over time, she began to wonder what was really true. Why she was being left out of group hangs. I knew about them because Instagram fed me every single photo of stories and Instagram feeds that I wasn't in. Another time I was at a mom's dinner party and I realized where I sat with her, which was at the end of the table, far from the rest of the women, I was starting to feel frozen out of the group, noticing every way that they seemed to exclude me. At first, I tried to take it not personally. People are busy. Maybe it's, not this and yada, yada. Yet I could get this sense of growing distance between me and the other members of the group who seemed to not care that I wasn't even around much. When everyone attended a birthday dinner together, I was met with excuses as to why I hadn't been invited. I still don't know why I wasn't at the girl hang that they all planned at her own daughter's birthday party. That's pretty sus. So she's starting to feel left out. She's thinking, what's going on? Is it just me? She remembers then there was another mom who she noticed in the beginning that there was a weird dynamic, but clearly she's like, oh no, this must be a pattern of certain women they sort of push out. Even though she likes these women, she calls them smart, funny. She felt like they were high school. She's like, am I not cool enough? And so she talks about her high school experience and how she didn't like feeling back in high school again. And yada, yada, yada. You can go read this article on The Cut. I don't want to just give it to you all. You can watch the live feed. We did read it all. But she's just calling it out. She's like, this isn't cool with me. Why do I have to feel this way? And so, she wrote them and basically said, this is too high school for me. I don't want to take part in this anymore. And apparently it didn't go over well. Others in the group tried to smooth things over. Someone sent her flowers and ignored her after she thanked her. Another tried to convince her that everyone assumed I'd been invited, even though and just hadn't shown up. Then why didn't anyone ever ask where I was? To be clear, I never considered the moms to be bad people. Maybe one, she calls out specifically.
Was the shade. There was the shade.
But I do think our dynamics stopped being healthy and positive. And that way, after she wrote that first article on her blog, this one, she got a lot of reactions saying, oh my gosh, you're so brave. And she wondered why people were so scared to talk about such a topic. And so anyway, this kicked up a whole new topic. And then she made it clear in that article that, no, you don't know who I'm talking about. Stop it. Internet, Twitter, everything else. You don't know what's going on. A lot of these people in this group are famous. The most famous of this alleged group, Hilary Duff, the singer, actress, as well as Mandy Moore, as well as singer Meghan Trainor. Now, she's still following Meghan on Instagram, as well as some of these other moms who I'm unfamiliar with that I don't really want to specifically call out all of them. Some of them she is still following, but there's a couple of people in here that she's not following on this, out of this friend group that allegedly is the one in question. Including, I think it's this one. No, she's still following. It was Whitney Hartley. Yeah. I don't know who this woman is. A creator, no longer following her. And then Sammy Ryan, who she's also not following, who seemingly also threw some shade recently in a story of her own, calling out Megan Thee Stallion lyrics, her saying it was her 2026 mood. I don't care what these bees don't like me because I'm pretty as F. And Tisdale does not follow her as well. So that's what's happening. Now, the other side of the coin is they're saying, well, they were dumped by, Ashley was dumped by this friend group because, well, it was her fault. It wasn't an overnight thing. She was slipping away for years, and her politics didn't align with the others. Whoa. And also, she didn't react to the LA wildfires nicely enough. Apparently, multiple members of the group were impacted, some worse than others, and she hardly checked in. She didn't help to offer help with the means she has. She lived her own life, didn't check in to see how we were doing. Her friends felt abandoned. Her friends felt the amount of self-absorption she showed just got worse, and it was impossible to maintain a friendship with her since it was so one-sided. She was only interested in things that benefited herself. Yikes, shots fired. Her political views intensified. Some of Ashley's comments about politics and even a select few of her social media posts made moms feel uncomfortable. It created a toxic dynamic. They questioned her morals. What could that mean? Is she a Republican? It's not just this. The mom group experienced this behavior from Vanessa Hutchins, also drifted apart. Oh, now they lost me. Now this source lost me. What's this have to do with Vanessa Hutchins? Leave that poor girl alone. You don't have to always get along with your coworkers. Kim, look, we're getting a lot of this out, but I want to leave with this because I know you got a thought here. Her putting that letter out made these girls feel like it was such a slap in the face, all the years of friendship they built. She took no accountability to her own actions that caused it. It seemed like she just wanted to deflect and get ahead of the case in case anybody from the group spoke up about her in the future. That seems to be not a good look. That's a big red flag. What do you think,
And
Kim?
then they say the girls are mad, but also found it funny that she felt she needed to do this, further prove she's not a good friend. It's like, okay, so would it have been okay if any of you spoke up about it first that she felt like she needed to get ahead of? I'm confused. I do see a lot of conflict here and some toxicity. I will say that. And I mean, and as you just pulled up the next article, Ashley's rep has spoken to TMZ and is trying to clear some stuff up, saying that it's not Hilary, it's not Mandy, it's not Meghan.
But
I have a
only
lot
them.
of questions.
Only the three big
questions.
celebrities, not all the rest of the other women in this group who aren't celebrities. She's
I don't
letting
know.
them hang out to dry.
I feel like what Ashley wrote about is such a human experience of just being in a friend dynamic that it's not serving you, it's not healthy, people are unhappy, and sometimes just you need to just be honest with people that things aren't working. We just, you got to be real with people. Ghosting hurts, and just if things aren't working, they're not working. And clearly there were a lot of hurt feelings here, and it kind of makes me sad that I guess they feel like they have to fight this out in the media now because it is public. And in all fairness, Ashley did make it public by making those posts the way that she did. And the whole thing does seem very, very toxic. I will say that.
Well, I just found it interesting because she is now, her rep is making it clear she's not Republican, guys. She's not Republican. They felt the fall could have been tied to her hardcore MAGA ways, but the rep shut that down hard, stressing to TMZ it's false. She's a registered Democrat. Because when I read that too, I'm like, oh, they're trying to call her out as some like crazy Trump Republican, and oh, all you California moms steer clear.
What drives me nuts about that though too is that like there is a very wide spectrum of where people fall politically, and people don't necessarily belong to one or the other. Like they can have mixed views on certain issues and whatever. I just kind of feel like it felt like it went to a very extreme place, and it didn't necessarily need to go there.
No, and I felt her first article actually was really well done. It didn't get as specific. It didn't call people out as much. It was a little sort of more condensed and short and effective. And then she wrote this sequel article because she sort of was shocked by the success of the first article. And so, I feel seen after she wrote it. And so she decided, the mom group drama, she decided to go even more into it in The Cut, New York Magazine. So look, you knew this was going to get big. You knew this was getting you attention, and good for you. Honestly, I wish you would sort of lean in. A lot of people are feeling connected to it. So call the mom out. Go all the way. People want authenticity. They want honesty. They don't want the sort of Meghan Markle, someone's a racist in the royal family. Who's a racist in the royal family, Meghan? Just say it. Like, that's what we want, people to call it out. We want to be real and tell the truth. And now if you're not telling the truth, you're going to get screwed. But there's a part of me that just thinks, okay, great, lean in. Don't you think she should just announce it rather than tiptoe around it and say, well, nobody's really mean except one. And it's not any of these other celebrities, but all these other girls, I'm not going to address them. Like, it feels like she's asking for it even more, no?
It does kind of feel like she's backed herself into a bit of a corner now. And I think that's why she had to say something through her rep, through TMZ, that one article there that she wanted to say it wasn't specifically those people. And as much as it doesn't seem like she's really commented on the lesser known names, I will say, I do get it from the sense that like it's going to come up when you Google Hilary Duff or Mandy Moore or Meghan Trainor. And if they are not, if they don't have anything to do with this, they shouldn't be dragged into it. But this is the problem sometimes when you're vague and you are someone who is in the public eye and you make things public, people are going to make assumptions, and that's where we're at.
Agreed. I think she needs to go full Sharpay, fabulously call this person out. Let's do it. And I want to hear the tea. Come on, Ashley. Come on in. Bring your tea. Tisdale. Maybe it's a new podcast. I don't know. There's something there. So high school, there's a million things she could lean in now. Hit that bell, hit the for alerts, smash it. Like a lot of you aren't getting notified, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Leave your comments engaged because we got to get back in your feeds in this new year since I, God forbid, took a couple weeks off to be with my fam.
How dare you?
How
dare
make
you?
Sure you resubscribe, stay tuned. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. And if you missed the live, go watch it on our website, popcornplanet.com. Also, did you notice something fun, guys? Look at that beginning again. What is that little registered trademark? Popcorn Planet is now a registered trademark. Oh, we'll talk more about it in the live, but that's a big deal. It took a very long time. So thank you all you people help us get there. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming your way.